Welcome, everyone, to the Festival of Legends, Hearthstone's newest expansion. I'm Leo Robles Gonzalez, the lead for this set. We've got plenty of rockin' new cards and mechanics that'll be sure to shake up the game. E.T.C, the face of music in Azeroth, is hosting the largest, most mind-melting musical event the world has ever seen.
It's showtime!
11 musicians and bands of various genres have been invited by E.T.C to compete against one another. The expansion takes place in Thousand Needles, a beautiful landscape with spires towering over a bed of water. With the help of Goblin and Gnomish technology, Thousand Needles is the perfect spot to host a totally gnarly festival. Each one of Hearthstone's classes will be closely tied to its own unique genre. This update has something for everyone, but today we'll be focusing on revealing cards from 4 classes.
Headlining today's show is none other than the Prince of Pop, Adonis Wild!
Priest will be represented by the up-and-coming pop sensations, Poison Bloom. Nice. When we were first assigning classes to genres, we started by identifying the vibe of each of the genres. Pop stars are known for their fully devoted fans, but still have a penchant for the dramatic. Priest's mastery over holy and shadow magic felt like a great representation of that energy. Each class has a legendary musician minion to be the face of their genre, like Priest's lead member, Heartbreaker Adonis. Heartbreaker Adonis is a legendary showcase of Priest's new core keyword, Overheal. When a minion with Overheal is restored past full health, you trigger their Overheal bonus. Adonis works great with any healing cards, like the brand new location for Priest, Fan Club. Playing a fan club ahead of time lets you line up some sweet Overheal plays. Stay tuned for the full details of Overheal and the Priest core set coming soon. Poison Bloom have one last mechanic to wrap up their set, Finale, our new keyword. Cards with Finale, like Power Chord Synchronize or Ghost Rider, give you a bonus if playing them spends all your remaining mana. Try to plan your turns to end on a strong Finale performance, and you'll be sure to drown out your opponent with your sweet tunage.
Now, put your hands together for the mechanical machinations of MC Blingtron and his hip-hop robots!
One of our goals with this expansion was to make sure the most popular genres were represented. Hip-hop was a no-brainer to fit into the set, and since Rogue is known for their rhythmic combos and dance-like maneuvers, it seemed like a perfect fit for the genre that brought us beatboxing and breakdancing. In Hearthstone, rogues are masters of weapons, and in the Festival of Legends, every class gets a weapon in the form of instruments. Most of these weapons have awesome death rattle effects that get better if you do certain actions while they're equipped. Rogue's Record Scratcher needs combo cards to improve, like Beatboxer. Put on your own performance and improve your musical prowess with instruments. There's one more instrument to showcase, so let's get a drum roll, please.
And now, let's make some noise for our next class act, Brightboard, the Death Knights of Metal Music.
Brutal. Blightborn is a forsaken death metal band with a literal cult following from World of Warcraft. With Death Knight's recent addition as our 11th class, matching them to Blightborn's death metal music was a killer fit. Death Knight's instrument is the Arcanite Ripper, a sweet piece of a new Blood Death Knight deck all about manipulating your own health. While you're shredding on your Arcanite Ripper, put Screaming Banshee on the mic. Her lifesteal helps fuel your Arcanite Ripper, which then summons a lifesteal minion to feed back into the Banshee's own effect. And that's not all that Death Knight has going on. Introducing the first legendary spell of the expansion, the first Blood, Frost, and Unholy card, and the first song to reach the Azeroth Top 100 charts, Climactic Necrotic Explosion. With every class's legendary musician minion, they will also get a legendary spell to represent that musician or band's most popular song. What I love about these spells is that they look like album art. Climactic Necrotic Explosion shows off all of the members of Blightborn along with their band's logo. Now that's metal. Let's take a look at another example of a new cycle of spells, Harmonic Metal. These spells have effects with 2 numbers on them that swap to their dissonant forms each turn they're in your hand. Do you want a smaller hand buff on more minions, or a bigger hand buff on fewer minions? Plan your turns accordingly. Not every class will be getting a harmonic spell, but those that aren't will get a different mechanic that's showcased in our next genre.
Ladies and gentle orcs, please join me in welcoming the famed warlock composer, Rin, and her demonic orchestra.
To answer the question of what genre warlocks would be, we first asked, how would warlocks play music? We figured they'd summon legions of demons to play their music for them, which lends itself perfectly to symphonies. Plus, with how sinister warlocks are, we can really play up the drama of classical music. Warlock is one of the classes that get a soloist minion. Soloists gain special bonuses if they're the only minion you control. If you're a fan of slower decks and are in need of a board clear, hire an opera soloist. Or maybe you're tapping into the forbidden arts of dealing damage to your own hero. Void Virtuoso lets you negate that damage entirely with its effect. And we may just be introducing a new warlock archetype that deals damage to your own hero in a unique way. But for now, let's take a peek at the other genres.
Now it's time for the battle of the bands. It's turning into an all-out brawl. Oh yeah!
We covered 4 classes, but there's still other class and genre pairings I can't wait to talk about. To start us off, let's look at Paladin's groovy new legendary song, Starlight Groove. This is the first time we're putting Divine Shield on your hero, which is sweet and synergizes with some other Paladin cards in this set. You may have also noticed that the musician in the art piece is none other than Kangor from the Boomsday Project. One of my favorite things about working on this expansion was revisiting previous characters under a musical lens. Asking questions like, what does Kangor do in his free time? Got us to hilarious answers like, he's a famous disco dancing musician. Druid and Shaman are both in a more relaxed, laid-back space in this expansion. For Druid, Peaceful Piper showcases the perfect vibes for their genre. Think drum circles and a rainbow of colors. Playing to the tune of nature gives Druid musicians their affinity for beasts. And trust me when I say that we've got some exciting beasts in Druid this expansion. Shamans are all about jazz, going where the music takes you, improvising, and of course, brass elementals. A woodwind with Wind Fury made a ton of sense. Druid and Shaman are both classes that have brand new characters as their musicians, which I'm hyped for y'all to see later. There are so many genres I'm excited about that it's impossible to pick just one. I want to play an amalgamation of them all combined. Oh, would you look at that? It's the One Amalgam Band. The more varied minion types you play in one game, the crazier his battle cry gets. The random bonus effects cover 8 of the keywords in the core set, such as Rush, Lifesteal, or Reborn. There's also bound to be some of you that think all the genres we've shown off so far are too mainstream. For those who relish the quirky and obscure, we've got our hipsters. To close out our card reveals, it's the Tauren that's responsible for the Festival of Legends, E.T.C Band Manager. E.T.C's goal with this festival was to share the spotlight with all the other musicians on Azeroth, and his card does just that. While building your deck, you can include 3 cards from your collection into E.T.C's band, which you then get to discover from when playing E.T.C. And best of all, E.T.C Band Manager is being given for free to any player who logs into the game right now.
Now let's keep this energy pumping.
Let's see what signature cards will look like in the Festival of Legends. Right off the bat, their art style is colorful and musical. We're also excited to share an updated frame and style for the 2023 signature cards. We want to celebrate the card art, so we've adjusted the text to best showcase the full image. Moving forward, signature cards will be animated, and while still uncraftable, are now able to be disenchanted for the same value as a golden card. We're also still jamming on signature cards in general, and are planning on more changes in the future. So you can expect more details coming soon.
Let me hear you make some noise for our amazing lineup!
And last, but definitely not least, let's talk about events. A brand new event, the Headliners Tour, is starting today, where players can choose one of 3 different concerts to attend. Each one has their own unique rewards track, full of cosmetics and packs themed around the classes and genres that belong in that concert group. Once the event is complete, any cosmetics you didn't get will become available at different points in the shop, including those from the other 2 concert groups you didn't choose. We will also have another event coming to celebrate the launch of the Festival of Legends expansion, and you can find more information on card reveals leading up to the launch on our website. And just like that, the show has come to a close. Pre-purchase bundles for the Festival of Legends are available today. And remember, you can log in right now to receive your free E.T.C Band Manager card and participate in the new event. Thank you all so much, and I hope to catch you in the front row of the Festival of Legends.